Our next story is from Turkiye. The country recently welcomed a guest, German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier. And Steinmeier did not go there empty-handed. He brought an interesting gift along, an entire kebab skewer. That's right, Germany's president thought it was appropriate to bring kebabs to Turkey. The headlines are calling it Doner diplomacy or kebab diplomacy. Others are calling it cringe. Before we get into that, let's look at what exactly happened here. Steinmeier is the president of Germany. He's a ceremonial figurehead. The real power is held by Germany's chancellor, and that is Olaf Scholz. So what was Steinmeier doing in Turkey? Apparently trying to help thaw frosty ties. Well, someone should have told him that a nice warm kebab solves a lot of things, but not diplomatic tensions. Germany and Turkey have been at odds lately. A major reason is Turkey's president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Erdogan has made a lot of enemies over the years, often out of allies. Allies like the other NATO members. Erdogan annoyed them. He annoyed NATO members by holding up Sweden's membership. He was holding the membership hostage for months so that he could get weapons from the West, and they eventually caved to his demands, but the West is still angry with Erdogan. The already strained relationship hit a new low last October after the Israel-Hamas war began. Most of the West supports Israel, Germany does too, but Erdogan publicly supports the Palestinians. So the last 6 months have been tense.
Of course, there's a painful image we are seeing there that involves children, women and elderly people. Our German friends should also see this. Gaza, Palestine has been completely razed to the ground. Everything is destroyed.
We talked about our differences, but above all, we reaffirmed our common goals. And that is important to me. We want to and must improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza.
Steinmeier went to Turkey to diffuse tensions with a giant helping of kebabs. Apparently, that doesn't seem to have worked. Of course, Erdogan could be upset for a different reason altogether. Before Steinmeier brought out the kebabs, he had already made a gaffe. He landed in the city of Istanbul. He did not go straight to the capital Ankara to meet President Erdogan. Instead, the German leader met Istanbul's mayor. He's an opposition leader who's expected to fight Erdogan in the future. And to add to the diplomatic faux pas, Steinmeier brought out his kebab knife. A lot of people were appalled at this stunt, especially Turkish people who live in Germany. They think Steinmeier was perpetuating a racist stereotype. You see, Germany is home to about 3 million people of Turkish heritage, the largest Turkish diaspora community. Many Turks have been living in Germany for generations. They went there in the 1960s under the guest worker programs. The Turks helped rebuild Germany after the Second World War. Many of them chose to settle in the country, and when they did, they brought with them Turkish culture and cuisine, including the famous Doner Kebab. Over the years, the kebab has become one of Germany's most popular foods. Annual sales are valued at 7 billion euros. That's about $7.5 billion. So the Doner Kebabs are extremely popular, and they have a special place in Germany, like chicken tikka masala does in the UK. It's a dish brought by immigrants and eventually loved by all. So considering all of this, the German president's stunt should have worked. If not with Erdogan, then at least with the people. After all, it was a display of cultural integration. The Turks are definitely proud of their kebabs. They're currently petitioning for protected status. They want the word doner to be restricted. So only those who make kebabs via the Turkish method can use it. If this is the case, where did Steinmeier go wrong? Why did his doner diplomacy flop? Well, think about it. Would you take pasta to Italy, cheeseburgers to the US? How would Indians like if a British Prime Minister brought chicken tikka masala, even if it were Rishi Sunak bringing it? The point is, it's weird. And sometimes it seems like a stereotype, reducing India's contribution to chicken tikka masala or Turkey's to kebabs. The German leader's intentions may have been good, but unlike the kebabs, the gimmick was in poor taste.